Fabulous. Right, let's get this underway. Hello, hello. There's my face. Just waiting for my YouTube stream to catch up with me. Because it would be good to see that that's working now. Hopefully that's all right. I've adjusted my gain since I did this yesterday. So if you're watching and it needs to go up or not, or it needs to go down, just let me know. In fact, what I will do is I will just watch and see how it sounds. That looks alright to me at the very least. So, do not disturb. Let's have some fun. So, hello. My name is Ruby Price. If you are joining me and you do not know who I am not a Pokemon streamer, but I am streaming some Pokemon for this Monday Night Ruubez. So I did a bit of a random, sporadic, impromptu live stream yesterday, and really I had so much fun with it that I decided, you know what, I've been looking for an excuse to bring back Monday Night Ruubez for a long time, and I figured if there's any way I'm going to do it, I might as well do it to actually just have some fun. Hey Poochie in the comments, glad to know that the sound is good. We'll be switching over to some gameplay in a moment. But if you do want to, ask some questions for me to answer whilst we're going, I won't say no. If anything, that's kind of the point. But other than that, I think let's switch it out. So, as I did with yesterday, my plan of attack is to not use. In fact, how about I don't adjust the thing that I've just been working on? My plan of attack is to not use the game sound because I don't want to risk any form of copyright stuff on this. So, as you can see, we're playing Pokemon Emerald Imperium. It's a Pokemon ROM hack with built-in randomization, built-in difficulty modes, built-in quality of life changes, some of which we will see as we go through. My intention is to pick up from where I started yesterday before regrettably having some technical issues that meant that the game crashed. And I then just thought, okay, maybe let's call the stream there. But what I will do is I will get going because I think it's time that we reintroduce Ruby with a Bulbasaur following me. This is Bubs. Bubs is the Bulbasaur that I got as my starter. I had a choice of 27 Pokemon to start because this game has every single generation that has been released, and it gave me an option for all 9 generations, but because it's a randomizer, there were 27 Pokemon, and only I think 2 or 3 were actual legitimate starters. So what have we got? We currently have a clock that says it's 12:38 p.m. It most definitely is not. We have... actually, that was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to repeat the settings changes that I made yesterday. So I want to turn off L equals A, because L equals A will get in the way of me doing things like this. So I have the ability to instantly heal all of my Pokemon, a nice quality of life change, so I don't have to keep going back to Pokemon centers. I've got instant access to my PC wherever I want, so if I catch a new Pokemon that I don't want to keep around, I can put them away. I can also come and get them if I've already got a full capacity. Let's exit the box. I have also got a Dex nav, so it will tell me what Pokemon are around and ways that I can essentially fill out the Pokedex. I don't necessarily know that this is going to have too much of an impact when it comes to playing, because ultimately it's a randomizer. I can see the time, so I can set the time of day if I would like to. I can change all of that. I can turn on a repel if I want. Let's say I don't want to be stumbling across any Pokemon. Let's turn that on. I can turn my follower off or on. Why would I turn them off? Because that's one of the best features of Pokemon, is the following Pokemon. And I can also have auto run, so if I wanted to, I can just keep running without needing to hold down B, which is brilliant. So, matter of fact, here's the randomization element, and we've got an Applin. So I caught an Applin yesterday. Sadly, I lost them. My Apple Dragon. So you know what? Let's recover this. Actually, why would I use a Grass type attack on a Grass Dragon? That's silly. But yeah, I caught an Agon. I caught an Applin yesterday. My Apple Dragon. I gave him the nickname Agon. So let's see if I can reclaim an Agon. Which it looks like I've got a good chance of doing so far. So yeah. I'm going to try not to repeat too much of everything I did yesterday. But that's kind of also what happens when you lose your gameplay, particularly in the early start of the game. So yeah, there we go. We caught Applin, the Apple Core Pokemon. Very visibly not Gen 3 Pokemon, but I do quite like the pixel art style for all of the Pokemon that we don't tend to see in pixel art. So even though it's going to be a different Agon to the Agon that I caught yesterday, this is Agon. The P is silent because it's an Apple Dragon. So proof in the pudding, I've just caught that Pokemon. It's obviously taken damage, so what we'll do is we'll use the Pokeball, and I just want to go straight to pause Pokemon, and here is my Agon. So once again, a gluttonous Apple Dragon, which just feels silly. We've got Astonish, Withdraw, Mega Drain, and Dragon Breath. It's obviously got a contest moves because we are currently playing in the Hoenn region. I also have Swee, my Swinub, Sassy in Nature, Tackle, Baby Doll Eyes, and Odesleuth. We've got my Kit, my Cat, my Skitty, Growl, Tail Whip, Tackle, and Foresight. And we've got Bubs, the OG, the best starter in Pokemon. Mr. Good Old Bulbasaur. So what I will do is, so we made it to Rustborough last night, well yesterday, which was we were just about to get to Rustborough, which was obviously the unfortunate element that the game crashing introduced. But we were just about to have a fight with Dawn, who, I didn't mention it yesterday, but she's the female protagonist from Gen 4. This game has so much more to offer than just like a bit of Pokemon randomization. Right, we've got a Grass Boon Sweet versus my Grass Poison Bubs. Straight away, I'm just going to go in with the Tackle because, going for a Grass move against a Grass Pokemon, it's not always the best play. At the very least, they're using an attack. They're using an attack lowering move, which is just silly in this stage of the game. We all know, if it's not going to detract HP, what's the point? Now there is a legitimate use for moves that don't just take away HP, but not today. Not today, at the very least. 80 Pokédollars for winning. This guy is now broke. What was that? If I'm strong, I should have told him before. Maybe don't challenge strangers with the best boy following them around. What can I say? That seems like your own fault. Hey, and now we've already got some new content that we didn't have yesterday. We've got a Sunken out. So, Sunken, another Grass-type Pokemon. Let's go in for a Tackle, weaken it a little bit before we throw a Pokeball at the Sunken. Because all the experts know that if you're going to throw a Pokeball, you weaken that Pokemon first. This time I've actually written down what my key bindings are. Yesterday I kept completely forgetting, which is fair enough, really. I don't tend to play a lot of Pokemon when it's not on an actual Nintendo console, because I am a slut for physical media. Do I want to give Sunken a nickname? Yes, I will give them a nickname. That's another house rule I like to employ. That's the word. Give a Pokemon a nickname, makes you feel more attached to it, or just gives it another reason to lie about it. So, female Sunken, what is it? It's a sort of grassy, bulby twig in a sack. It's a sprig. So sprig. What are we gonna do? Let's call this Sunken Squig. Squig, is that a real word? Let's call them Squig. So our Sunken, who will undoubtedly just end up inside a Pokebox, because I've already got the best boy. Why would I need another grass Pokemon? I say that, I'm going to have an Applin as well, just hanging around. Bubs is composed, that's what we like to see. So let's take a look at that Squig that we just caught. Level 3. Impish nature, which means an increased defense, a lower special attack. Another reason we don't need to keep this Sunken around, because lower special attack for a grass type Pokemon, we're going to be doing a lot of special moves, so we don't want, that's not really the area we want to be heading down in, so you'll end up in the PC eventually. Do I need to keep leveling up Bulbasaur at this point right now? I don't think I need to keep leveling up Bubs. So let's bring out my Swinub so that we can get some XP as we go. So there we go. Triggering another battle with a bug Pokemon trainer. As far as how good they're going to be is another question. And I think based on yesterday's games, actually this might not be the best Pokemon type matchup. So we've got ground on Drillbuz's side. I've got ice and ground as well, but I don't have any ground moves. So maybe I've made a mistake and I need to bring Bubs back out immediately. That's just typical, isn't it? But at the very least, what that will mean is that Sui will get some form of experience, because we don't have the experience all turned on yet. We do have infinite rare candies. We do have the ability to immediately bring a Pokemon up to the level cap, which is set to the next gym leader's highest Pokemon level. So I can't just keep grinding to, overpower an opponent. I have to, I can't go higher than the next gym. I don't know how that will work when it comes to the, let's go for a Magical Leaf. I don't know how that will work when it comes to the Elite Four. Like, maybe it will only let me have Pokemon as high a level as the next member of the Elite Four. And if that is the case, that will be tricky, because we also don't know what kind of Pokemon they're going to be using, because randomization is brilliant. It is scaled randomization, so in this early stage of the game I shouldn't be coming across things like Houndooms and incredibly high level Pokemon, high power level Pokemon. We should be coming across, like your Pidgeys, your Spearows, your Rookie Ds, which is such an incredible name for a Pokemon. What are we going to do with this Rookie D? It's a flying type. I can have that's electric resistance, that's evasiveness. Let's lower the attack just a little bit before trying to weaken this Rookie D just a little bit. Actually, am I right? Wait, is this Rookie D a trainer? Is this a trainer battle? I don't think it is. No, it's not. Of course it's not. There's the Pokeball. Okay, so we've taken his attack down a little bit. He's trying to lower my defense, which is not good. We don't want that. That's not actually a lot of damage, which is... I don't know if it's scary or not, but it's not doing a lot of damage, and they are meanwhile just taking out my defense. But a power trip only taking 4 damage, that's actually not a lot of damage, so I'll take it. Let's throw this Pokeball. Let's catch ourselves a Rookie D, which is a bird Pokemon from Gen 8? Yeah, Sword and Shield. Oof, that was a lot of damage from that peck there. Alright, come on. Get in the Pokeball, Rookie D. Stay in the Pokeball, Rookie D. I think Sweet might be about to go... Ooh, no, down to 4 HP. What can we do? I don't have any status effects, really. So if we bring out Bubs, at the very least that's a Pokemon that can take a hit. Although, Peck, flying against grass. Why do I've been playing Pokemon for years. Why am I forgetting type matchups? Why am I forgetting all of this stuff? There we go. There's our Rookie D. Eventually will evolve into a Corviknight. It will be practicing socialism and all of that stuff. Rookie D stage has been added to the Pokédex. It is a tiny bird Pokemon. It bravely challenges any opponent no matter how powerful. It benefits from every battle. Even a defeat increases its strength a bit. Does that mean that if it faints it will still gain XP, or is the Pokédex being inaccurate? Oof, right, Rookie D. Flying bird, Rook. You're a Castle D. Cassidy? Cassidy. There we go, Cassidy. I love it when a nickname just comes immediately. Although let's not get a space on the end, because that will just trigger me every time. Okay, PC, let's move some Pokemon around, because I don't need to be carrying the Sunken. Squig, it was nice having you for the 2 minutes that I've had you, but I think it's time that you went into a box. I'll leave Kit around for now. Cassidy's around. Agon's around. Sweet, Kit, Bubs, Agon, Cassidy. Until we get another Pokemon to add to our roster. And yeah, I do love the following side of things, but I don't remember... I think I said this yesterday as well. I don't remember Swinubs looking like that in the overworld in any other Pokemon game. This kid once again being very excited about some grass going up their nose. Right, what do we want to do? Because let's actually, before we go into this fight with the next Pokemon trainer who is just above me, let's heal up and trigger a Pokemon fight instead. Well, it's a Rookie D, so I can take this Rookie D out. That is if Sui wants to, have a go. I'm sure we can take out a level 3 Rookie D with a level 6 Swinub. Oh, my defense is falling. We'll go for a tackle. So, I'm not expecting, reams and reams of people to join this. At the end of the day, I'm here to play a bit of Pokemon and hang out. If anybody, does have questions, I'll happily answer them. But, mostly I'm just here to have a fun evening, playing a bit of Pokemon, getting to chat with anybody that's around watching, and yeah, experiencing Pokemon Emerald Imperium. Okay, so we've got a fire type up against a ground and ice type Pokemon. Something tells me I am on the receiving end of being burnt here. So what have I got that I could possibly throw out instead? Okay, no, let's leave Swinub out for now. we'll go Baby Doll Eyes to lower the attack of the Slugma. They're going to use a Smog, which hopefully won't be too effective. Yep, 1 damage. Although Sui is now poisoned, which is it's not what we want. But we can go for a tackle. We can do more damage to the Pokemon that's super effective against me. Although if he's only going to use poison type attacks like that, we might be able to get away with it. So he's hurt by poison, but we're going with that tackle, and it's a critical hit. That's exactly what I want to see. You know, the Pokemon equivalent of a Nat 20. And out comes this pink tutu wearing Pokemon. Once again, let's lower some attack, because we don't want the attack coming through on the next Pokemon that comes out. But that confusion is going to... Whoa! I survived that? Although, I guess the poison's just taken me out, hasn't it? Oh, no. And it's just got quicker. It's a... Is it a fairy type Pokemon? I don't want to go for the dragon, maybe, then. What? It's a level 5. What's Cassidy got going for them? Peck, Power Trip, and... Ooh, so their speed boost has just gone up. So if I send out Cassidy and use that Dark type move, is that going to be good? Is this going to work? Power Trip? 5 damage from the Air Cutter, that is quite a lot, but they've raised their speed. It's super effective, so I don't think it's Fairy, I think it's just a Psychic type, but it's got the Power Trip, it's already got a speed boost. Come on, Cassidy, you got this. Just keep going. Oh, it's got another speed boost. Surely this is going to increase our chances of Power Trip taking it out. Provided this confusion... Oh, 7 damage from the confusion. But Cassidy using Power Trip finishes off the Flittle, which is the funniest Pokemon I think I've ever seen in my life. Cassidy's up to level 6. Full amount of XP. Oh, 2 levels worth of XP. Fantastic. Up to level 7 already. You know, we're going to get a stronger Burb out of this. And, you know, I think... it's hard to argue against that. Oh, there's my kit, letting out a roar. Since, you know, the first Pokemon in my party is now down. Let's pick up some berries, because we need to follow the berry rule. And this time I will actually follow the berry rule. The berry rule being, you pick 2 berries, you plant 1 berry back down. So, 2 Pecha berries. Let's actually plant the right berry this time around, because yesterday I planted the Aurum berry. It's not what I'm supposed to do. We have some Pokemon that are down, so let's heal that party. And now let's put a bit more apple dragons at the front of that party so that we can get a bit more XP going on. It is the funniest thing to follow me around. Just a floating apple with some ears. And there's a bit of grass. So we've got another Pokemon coming out. Ooh, it's a Sobble. It's another starter. This is cool. I wasn't expecting to see a Sobble in this fight. If I use Mega Drain, is this going to kill it? Let's find out. Because it'd be pretty cool if I can pick up a Sobble. And that Sobble, you've got to say, does look really cool. In pixel art form, once again, pixel art, making Pokemon just the best Pokemon that they can be. The more 3D a Pokemon game is, the less I tend to enjoy it as much. Here's a oh no, I've just... Well, I wasted a Pokeball, so there we go. This Sobble's down. But does this now mean that there might be a Sobble around? Might I be able to get another Sobble? well, whatever there is, there's a Pokemon battle to be had with this random trainer hanging out in the early stages of the game. Lastiana, she's got a Smoliv, one of the Gen 5, Gen 6, later on in the Pokemon franchise at the very least. Didn't make the biggest of impacts on Pokemon, if I remember correctly. Oof, wow, you just took that Dragon Breath like a champ. Let's go for an... Wait, no, will the Astonish work? Because is that normal type there? I think that's Grass and Normal, so if I use Astonish, that's not going to work. The Dragon Breath didn't seem to do too much. Withdrawal won't help me at all in this fight. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Nearly taken out by a Smoliv. I think Agon might want to leave this battle, and quickly. So let's bring back out Cassidy with that flying type attack. Hopefully the Peck is going to do enough to take out the Smoliv. What was Shift again? That's not Shift. Shift... Not Shift, Select. That's the one I'm thinking of. There we go. Let's move those two around. And let's Peck. There. Exactly. I should have gone straight away with the Cassidy, because Cassidy wouldn't have let me down. And we're not far from the next town over, so I can get myself... Hone Claws. What a great move. Is that a good move? I guess we'll find out. And there's a Squovet. Hone Claws, what do you do? Sharpens its claws to raise attack and accuracy. Very interesting indeed. A lovely bit of accuracy improvement. Let's test this baby out. Attack rising, accuracy rising. Squovet's trying to bite me, but screw Squovet. I've got a Cassidy, and Cassidy knows Peck. Honing my claws, I should have been honing my beak. Right, let's go for another Peck and finish off the Squovet. Get to the next town over. I'm going to make sure I drop a quick save because I don't want to have to redo all of this once again. I've done it way too many times now. So let's drop a save. There's already a save file, which is fair. There should be a save file. It's like, yeah, I know there's a save file. I made it. Ooh, there's a little hidden item as well. I wasn't expecting that. Just out of camera range. I knew that would happen. I knew stepping into the grass would trigger another Pokemon. It's a Scatterbug. It's my Scruzz from yesterday. Right, let's see what I can do with a Scatterbug. Can I catch myself a Scatterbug to replace Scuzz, who I lost yesterday? That throwback to a formative music experience. I just have to hold on long enough to get Scatterbug down in HP. It's a bug type Pokemon. I'm going to risk throwing a Pokeball. I think that will be fine. And there we go. Scatterbug was caught. Let's get Scruzz nicknamed and back in a box as it was yesterday. So yeah, once again, Scruzz. No, that's not Scruzz, that's Scroobs. Scruzz, there we go. Scruzz. So, Scruzz. Throwback to a, emo time gone by. That's not the thing I was after. I pressed the wrong button. I want to go to this. I want to go to PC and let's grab Scruzz. Sorry, Scruzz, you're just not what I'm after today. I have no need for bug Pokemon, other than filling out the Pokédex, which I very highly doubt I will achieve, given, just how many Pokemon there are in this game. I also need to heal Agon, so what we'll do is we will send out... Let's send out Sweet. I'm hoping that the ice element to it will keep Sui in the game, although of course doesn't actually have any ice moves as of yet. Managed to get an ice move, I think, yesterday when I was playing. Oh my god, I've made a big mistake here. This is not how you win a Pokemon fight. Wow, this is going really bad. Let's bring Sui back out. What do I do? What do I do? Like, Bubs, you got this. You've got to have this, Bubs. You know, you got my back. You've always got my back, Bubs. Right, Bubs, come on. You got this. Let's tackle. Just, you know, throw all your weight behind it. Take it out. Get it down. And Bubs used tackle to take out the Applin. Now up to level 6 is Agon. The P is silent, remember. Sui's up to level 7. Still no ice move, but now we can come to Petalburg City. Let's heal our Pokemon. So, showing off one of the features then that this game has is I can speak to the Nurse Joy, I can nature change, I can gender swap. Imagine if it was so easy. You know, I wouldn't have had to wait for so long. Set them on to level cap, so I can set out, you know, I can raise Pokemon's level up. Current level cap is 15. Do I want to set them to level 15? Not currently. What else have we got? We've got whiteout counters, so I can count how many times I have lost. Difficulty normal mode. It was normal and easy, and minimal grinding mode. And then scaled species, like I said. What else have we got? We've got people talking about berries. We've got a guy telling us about wizards making Pokemon boxes and PCs. We've got Wally disappearing somewhere. Oh yeah, there's this guy. Yeah, go on. Let's get a fishing rod. Yesterday I managed to catch myself a Machop whilst I was fishing, which is absolutely nuts. What's a Machop doing in the water? Let's register and then let's use. So we want to wait for that exclamation mark, you know, keeping. Oh, that was quick. Pokemon's on the hook, and it's another Machop. That's what we want to see. All right, come on, female level 10 Machop. And you know what? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to switch over to a quick ball. Because if you're just going to throw a Pokeball straight away, things are going to go badly. And that's already looking pretty bad, if I am honest. Yep. This is going to go... You know, that whiteout counter. That whiteout counter could go up. And I'm a little bit worried that it will. So, come on, Cassidy. What have you got for me? Can you get this Machop down? Super effective. Hasn't really... Oh, it knows Rock Tomb. This might be a scenario where catching a Pokemon is counterintuitive to my party's survival. What can Bubs do? Bubs, use your Magical Leaf. Magical Leaf solves every situation, every single time. Ooh, it's still alive. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and catch this Machop now. Come on. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross everything that you got going. Oh, it was so close. The Karate Chop's dealing 9 damage. So that gives us another 2 rounds at the very least to try and catch. There we go. That's what we want to see. Machop was caught. Female level 10 Machop. So I need to continue my tradition of naming my Machops after wrestlers. And being a female Machop, it's an M what female wrestlers have we got whose names begin with M? I guess I did have Big M last time. We wouldn't have Big M this time around, because that was obviously Big E. But yeah, what Machop's nickname? Female Machop, female wrestler. Who have we got? We've got Rhea Ripley. We've got Liv Morgan. We've got not very many others on WWE because WWE has a women problem. Who else have we got? It's been a while since I actually watched. I should have watched, the Royal Rumble, because then I would have so many of them available, because they would have had to have put 30 of them out at some point. Okay. Machop, female Machop. I guess I'm going for it. This is Mia Mipley. There's a H that I missed. This is Mia Mipley. Actually remember the space this time around. Let's go to the upper. Mia Mipley. Make it lowercase. This is my Machopatality. There we go. Right, let's hastily re-heal my party now. Because wow, that went so bad so quickly, just because I pressed the wrong Pokeball. I've got 99 Quick Balls stored, and the idea is, whilst I'm still just throwing Pokeballs, I would quite like to try and just keep it to using Pokeballs rather than, using what's it called? Using Quick Balls whilst, I've still got a reasonable chance of catching up a Pokemon with a Pokeball. Obviously a Quick Ball, if you don't use it in the first round of combat, doesn't tend to have too much, extra options to it. Let's just reorganize these. Do we have the same ability? Guts. Okay, so yesterday the Machop we managed to catch had an ability that meant that moves didn't miss. Now, attack is raised by 50% if I am statused. What does that... Does that mean that, like, if I'm poisoned, my attack will be raised by 50%? It sounds like a possibility at the very least. Right, let's go and help a hapless wonder catch his first Pokemon after speaking with my dad. One of the few Pokemon games that actually has a parental figure that's not your mother, just at home spending your money. So, Wally's got a Zigzagoon. This one does tend to follow a very similar narrative to how the actual game is played, despite the randomization, because this game wants to introduce the other feature that it adds to it, which is Mega Evolutions. So Wally's still going to catch a Ralts. The only sort of wild card in this scenario is that it could have been a... it could have been a shiny Ralts. But it's not a shiny Ralts, so I don't have to be jealous of Wally this whole time. Wally's going to use, my father's, Zigzagoon, do some damage. That's enough. Why are you bringing your Pokemon back in? Oh yeah, because that's how Pokemon used to have to do it. It's just got the one Pokeball. If this went wrong, Wally is screwed. We're not going to mention the, 190 something Pokeballs I'm carrying myself. Because they're not for him, they're for me. But yeah. Right, he's got his Ralts. Let's go back to the gym. Bye, Wally. So when he opened his bag earlier, I saw a Mega Stone of some kind. I wonder where he got that. Yeah, I wonder too, because the game got to introduce the plot devices somehow. So yeah, rather than fighting my dad with a load of under-level Pokemon, I now need to head to Rustborough Gym, which is on the other side of Petalburg Woods. And what that will do is it will get me, I think actually if I just head left out of Petalburg, Petalburg, I will get a experience share, which will at least help with the Pokemon that aren't getting involved in fights. So I might as well use it, because why not? I'm not here to grind, I'm here to have fun at the very least. So let's turn on our experience share. And let's test it out in a... There we go. I'll eventually press the right key. Oh, a bite. Pokemon's on the hook. What have we got? Is it going to be another Machop? It's another Machop! It's another Machop. This one's at a much lower level. So I might actually stand a chance of beating it. So let's start off. Machop's throwing a match punch at me. I'm retaliating with the Dragon Breath. That didn't really do a lot of damage, if I'm being completely honest. How about a Astonish? Agon's not having the best of fights here. I should have just gone straight for Cassidy. Come on, Cassidy. Get in this fight. You can do it. Machop's going to use the Leer. I am going to suffer some defense, but, Cassidy with the Peck. Super effective, right down to minimal amounts of HP left. We're going to take it out. We're going to win this fight. And there we go, super effective. Cassidy, 147 experience points for Agon. The P is silent. That takes Agon up to level 7. Cassidy's up to level 9. And the rest of my team gain XP. So Kit grew to level 6, which, takes Kit up to level 6. As going up to level 6 should do. I don't need to go back to the Pokemon Center, despite, where I was heading, because quality of life improvements, use them. But we'll head this way. Put some footprints in the sand. Agon seems unhappy, probably because of the fact that this guy was just running into them. He's having a lot of fun leaving footprints in the sand. So, what have we got? We've got youngster Billy, he wants to battle. He's sending out a Horsey. We've got Agon. Come on, Agon, you got this. You've got a Mega Drain. You can very easily take out a Horsey if, it's the last thing that you do. Which it won't be. But what I would very much like to do, before this stream finishes, is get to Rustborough. I'd like to make it further than I was when the game crashed on me yesterday. But you can bet that I will be saving as I cross the bridge that I had the game crash on me for. So I don't want that to happen again. £165 points. Rest of the team gained XP. Sui's up to level 8. What's going on? Is Sui Ice Shard? Yes, let's learn Ice Shard. A very handy move. Hurls a chunk of ice, will always strike first, and it feels more useful than Odor Sleuth, which, heighten evasiveness. Yeah, every now and then you get a Pokemon that does want to, be less evasive or more evasive. But yeah, it's very situational. We're not going for situational and randomizers, at the very least. Sending out a Pawmi, another one of those newer Pokemon. It's a Thunder type Pokemon, so I will just go for a Mega Drain. Because at the very least then, I get some HP back as I'm taking out the little, thundery mouse. I guess it's another Pika clone from Gen 9. I did have a Sprigatito option for a starter, excuse me, but unfortunately it just couldn't. You know, when Bulbasaur's on the cards, you go for Bulbasaur. Kit's already up to level 7 now, wanting to learn Sing, a handy move to put some Pokemon to sleep. Once again, another evasiveness. Let's get rid of Foresight, because I don't think we're going to need Foresight. Kit's learnt Sing, it's a chorus of cats, and now the rest of the game is afoot. So this guy just wants to talk, but this guy, he wants to fight, and let's see what Pokemon he's got. Good old Fisherman Darian. He's got a Kakuna. I remember this Kakuna from yesterday now as well, because it actually has some actual health damage moves. So I'm going straight for Cassidy because I do not want to have this fight go on any longer than it needs to. Let's peck at this Kakuna. Kakuna's using Bug Bite. Cassidy, though, just going to keep pecking at that Kakuna. Going to get inside the shell. Super effective. It's fainted. Gaining loads of XP. Agon's up to level 8 now. Cassidy's going to gain a whole level's worth of XP. Taking it straight up to level 11. Kit's up to level 8 on a growth spurt. Bubs is up to level 13. Wanted to learn Poison Powder. And then which will immediately be followed by Sleep Powder, and I will replace the Poison Powder move that I've just taught Bubs with Sleep Powder, because Sleep Powder is definitely the better move. So Bubs learnt Poison Powder, and then Bubs immediately forgot Poison Powder. Bubs is a goldfish. So yeah, there's no Mr. Briny currently. He's off in Petalburg Woods. We've got some berries. Let's pick some berries and plant some berries as well. So we've got an orange berry, and I think we've got 2 Petra berries. So let's plant another one of those Petra berries. And then we'll probably go for another orange berry because I've got loads of them, and that's one less thing to have to worry about. We've got a trainer here, a trainer who probably, tell you what, let's put Mia Mipley up in first for this fight. I want to see what Mia's capable of. You know, is she going to bring the brutality against this fancy lass who's got a lot of money to give me when I eventually win the fight? Lady Cindy, oh, of course, she sends out the ghost type against, you know. Right, let's go for a rock type move. That should counteract the fire type. And there we go. Litwick's down straight away. Mia Mipley with the brutality. 72 XP. Taking her up to level 11. And the rest of the team gain some XP too. Swee's up to level 9 now. With 30 HP. Meanwhile, Mia Mipley's got the dexterity of me, immediately tripping and falling over. Right, we're heading into a space of bugs and grass type Pokemon, so let's put Cassidy up front. However, I can guarantee this randomizer is gonna immediately throw that in my face. And Mika's in the chat. Hey Mika, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I don't actually have too much time left on this stream, but I do want to get to the next town over before I give it up. It was as far as I got yesterday when I was playing this game before my game crashed, so I do want to make sure that I'm not just playing the same intro of Pokemon every single time. But how are things going? Let me know. How's your day been? You know, this hour of the UK of 20 minutes past 8. As you can see, Monday Night Ruubez is back, a little bit different. I'm going for a sort of, you know, games, a stream style where it's not just me that's carrying the stream. You know, there's something on screen as well for people to, you know, engage in, invest in. Oh, this is a thunder Pokemon, and I am completely not paying attention because I've got a bird Pokemon out, and thunder, electric, it's super effective against flying types. I can't use items during a fight, but what I can do is send out Bubs, the best Pokemon, to you know, just come in here, take out the opponent with a magical leaf. As Cassidy gains 69 experience points, Bubs gains 36, and the rest of the team gains some XP as well. It is absolutely lovely to see people in the chat again as well. Not just, you know, you guys seeing me. I'm just having fun being present and enjoying myself again. If I'd actually, you know, thought about it, I probably would have given even more, you know, time warning. Just recovering from being ill for a bit, but almost up and running again. It's good to see that you're almost up and running again, you know, on that positive trajectory rather than being, you know, down in the dumps. Should a move be replaced with Fury Attack? A power of 20, accuracy of 100, jabs the foe 2 to 5 times with sharp horns, etc. What have we got to replace that with? We've got Peck, 35 power, 100% accuracy. We've got Leah, 100% accuracy, 0 power, because it's not a move that deals damage, but it frightens the foe with the Leah to lower the defense. Power Trip, we've already seen, it hits harder the more stat boost the user has. I was completely wrong earlier when I was doing this. It's not the opponent's stat changes, it's my stat changes. Well, that's not as good. So what I'll do is I will swap out Leah for the Fury Attack. I don't necessarily know how many times it's going to be used, because that same type attack bonus that we get from using the Peck is going to bring in more. Let's finish this off. Let's take out Wishy Washy with a magical leaf. Once again, the magical leaf coming in clutch. But yeah, in terms of like being ill for a bit, there seems to have been a lot of things going around. You know, I feel like I spent December, you know, just constantly in a state of cold and flu, despite having a flu vaccine. Ooh, Tortuga. This is a turtle Pokemon, and I don't know too much about it. So it's just a water type as far as I remember. Is it going to show me in the top left? Have I got to do a first attack first to find out? Will it not tell me? Okay, let's give it a go. Let's find out. Let's do... I think... Oh, there we go. So, it's a water type and a rock type? I think that's a rock type. And if it is a rock type, then flying moves aren't going to be great against it. Let's do it. Of course, Cassidy's paralysed, so can't move. Shocking. Alright, let's give it another go. Tortuga's using Bide, which means that it will deal double the amount of damage eventually when it does attack to the amount of damage that I dealt to it. Not able to catch it. Not with that first ball at the very least. Let's throw another one, see what I can do before Tortuga eventually unleashes that Bide. There we go, unleashing its energy. It's going to deal double the amount of damage to what I dealt. I think that was, what, 9, 8? I think an even number would make more sense contextually. So what are we going to do in the meantime? Let's send out Agon. The P is silent, because it's an Apple Dragon, and I think a Mega Drain will do as nicely. But what this will do, it will take it out. In fairness, if it had survived, what it would probably do on the next round is take out my Agon, because that would have dealt a lot of damage. And I just wanted to get the item. Ooh, it's a different Rattata. It's the Alolan Rattata. It's a different version. Yeah, there we go. First Pokeball. That's what we want to see. So we've got a Rattata, a female level 6 Rattata from Alola. What do I want to call this Rattata? Meanwhile, Kit is learning Attract. Makes the opposite gender less likely to attack. Is there anything that's worth that? I can lower the attack and I can lower the defense. I feel like lowering is probably better than potential prevention, because the potential prevention isn't necessarily gonna happen. Whereas if I lower it, that's more likely to happen. So what are we looking at? Rattata, mouse Pokemon. With its incisors, it gnaws through doors and infiltrates people's homes. Then, with a twitch of its whiskers, it steals whatever food it finds. It's a foot tall. That's a mouse that's a foot tall and 8.4 pounds. So what do I want to call this Rattata? A female rat. Are there any female rats from pop culture? I can't think of any off the top of my head. I can only think of male rats in pop culture, like Rizzo, Roland, Ratatouille, all of which... Well, the rat in Ratatouille isn't even called Ratatouille, they're called Remy. How about Remy? This is a female Rattata called Remy. Don't think into it too hard. And it's just going straight to the box. So there's my paralyzed heal. I wanna... Oh no, here we go. I've just triggered a bit of plot. So I went too far. I meant to stop a little bit earlier. But here's our Team Aqua antagonist. Obviously, in the Pokemon Emerald game, you have the Team Aqua and the Team Magma antagonists. Whereas in Pokemon Ruby, for example, you just have Team Magma. In Pokemon Sapphire, you'd have Team Aqua. I wanted to change Pokemon, so let's send out Mia Mipley, my female Machop. Poochyena is using a bite. It's not very effective. I'm going to immediately respond with a karate chop of my own, and it's going to be super effective. It's almost going to take out the Poochyena in one hit, but we'll follow it up with a match punch because I know that will attack first. And there we go. Poochyena is down. Cassidy's up to level 13, and Mia Mipley is still on level 12. Swede's up to level 10, my Swinub, and the second Pokemon is going to be a Caravana. I don't have any Thunder Pokemon, so we'll go for some Grass types, and we've got an Agon, which is going to be under-leveled for this fight, in fairness. I'm not just completely sweeping the field, but at the same time, a Mega Drain. When it's causing me to flinch, if this causes another... Agon's down! Agon, no! Right. Okay, I think this is a job for Bubs. This is a job for the strongest boy. This is a job for the best starter. Is Mrs. Brisby the proposed name for the Rattata? Because there might have been a bit of a delay on there, Mika. Bubs is taking out Carvana, avenging Agon. But unfortunately, Agon's not going to get any XP from this fight. But Mia Mipley learning low sweep, a move to take out the legs of the opponent. 60 power, 100% accuracy, attacks the foe's legs, lowering its speed as well. Definitely sounds like a better solution than leering. Lowering the speed, making Mia Mipley more likely to attack first. And then, there we go. Taking out the Team Aqua Grunt. He's going to tell us about the plot of the game. He's heading to Rustborough. Hey, funnily enough, that's where I'm going. And then there's this guy behind me. He's going to give me a great ball. At the moment, I'm probably not going to use it too much unless I come across something a little bit... unless I come across something that's not going to, go into a Pokeball anytime soon. Let's heal that party up. And that's not the button. Let's... what are we looking at? Agon's the one that needs the most leveling up, so we'll swap Agon out. If I want to avoid battles, I should stay out of the grass. Unfortunately, there isn't much non-grass on the route out of here. And it's another Tortuga. Another rock grass Pokemon. Rock grass? Rock water. So we'll do a Mega Drain. If it survives it, it survives it. It didn't survive it. At the very least, that means that Agon's now going to go up to level 10. There we go, level 10. Feeling more confident about the state of the party now as we're approaching the next town over. If you take bug Pokemon to school, I can tell you now, you won't become instantly popular, unlike what Bug Catcher James says, who has an Inkay, which is a Steel Psychic Pokemon. You wouldn't think it looking at it, but Steel Psychic, what we'll do a Dragon Breath just to figure things out. And it's paralyzed, so even better. And when they're super effective, move deals 2 damage to you, you know you're in a good situation. Inkay's down, Agon's gaining 76 XP, Kits grew to level 11, that takes our Skitty up to level 11, as they send out Capsakid. Capsakid being a grass type Pokemon, doesn't have too much to it. Let's just keep Agon in this fight. Dragon Breath, Capsakid's using Growth. What a strange Pokemon. But Capsakid is about to be Capsagon as we take out this Capsakid using Dragon Breath. There we go. Capsakid's down. We should hopefully now be able to get through the rest of this dungeon. Well, forest, woods almost. An ether, one of the most valuable items you can get in Pokemon. The ability to be able to recover PP during a fight. It's very helpful indeed. A Nimble. We caught a Nimble yesterday before the game crashed. So, I'm not too attached to making sure that it survives. But it's taken a Dragon Breath straight to the face. So, you know what, let's reward that Nimble's perseverance by sticking it in a ball and sticking it in a PC for the rest of the game. So, it's doing super effective moves against my Agon. What's B again? B is shift. Let's go for the bag. And let's go for the Pokeball once again. Down to 83 Pokeballs now. I've had to use a few of them whilst I've been catching all these Pokemon so far in the early game, just to get myself back to where I was yesterday before my game crashed. I'm going to keep mentioning it until I am past it. What did I call my Nimble? It's a Dexterous. It's Dexterous. This is Dexter. Dexter, the Nimble. In fact, no, it's Des because of the gender marker. So there's Des. nimble, off to the box, and we're going to get out of the grass. Now, I can't remember if that character there on the other side of these trees is in the base game or not, but if they're not in the base game, they remind me a lot of Bugsy from Gen 2, who is a gym leader in the third town you get to after the opening area. But at the very least, we've made it to the berry house. So we're approaching, hopefully, provided my game doesn't crash, the point where I will be. Let's learn about some berries. Hey, we've got a Welmer pail now. We can water some berries that we plant. And then this person here is going to give us a Chesto berry. Yeah, I agree with the kid. I want some candy too. Right, let's plant some berries. So, what does that Chesto berry do? It awakens a Pokemon in battle. Let's plant a Chesto berry here. We're going to pick our orange berries and we're going to replant another one of those. Because that's the berry rule. You pick a berry, you plant a berry. That's what makes the whole world round. So we've got some more cherry berries coming back. Holds paralysis in battle. So it's not actually the Chesto berry that I just confused it for, but I'll put another orange berry down because there's a lot of orange berries in my bag. Now, what did I just get? I just got my Welmer pail, which means I can do this. Unfortunately, the game doesn't have the ability for me to do what I think you can do in the actual Pokemon Emerald, which is I would be able to hold down now and move across and water the rest of the patches of berries. And then here we water the cherry berry. And as we walk along this straight, at the very least, we're going to bump into some trainers. We're going to get closer and closer to the point where I left this game yesterday. And hopefully, as long as we don't crash, we'll call it. If the game crashes once again, I think there's a problem with this game. And I'll have to figure out something else to do with my time. But I do think, I'd quite like to keep doing a bit more of this. Whilst I don't think I can do next Monday night, maybe Monday Night Ruubez for the, what's the date? What would the date be? Monday Night Ruubez on the 17th is a possibility. Monday Night Ruubez on the 24th is a possibility. But Monday Night Ruubez on Monday the 10th of February I don't think is going to be doable. But if this works, I can keep doing it. And I'm more than happy to just, even if it means that I am sat playing Pokemon on my own, I'm playing Pokemon on my own. Let's just go the long way around. There's a yellow ball on the other side of that tree. This girl's going to want to battle us. So let's take her on. Lass Haley would like to battle. She sent out a Zigzagoon. I've still got my Agon first in line. So we'll go for the Dragon Breath. Good old reliable Dragon Breath. Can you imagine a little apple just firing some Dragon Breath at you? The absolute scenes. But we've paralysed it. We'll switch over to a Mega Drain so that we can get some HP back, because there's a double battle coming up. And we've taken out the Zigzagoon as well. So, what have we got going on? There's another Pokemon coming out. It's a Hatena, another later generation Pokemon. This one's Psychic 2, which means that if I use the Ghost move, that should be super effective. And it's flinching as well, which means that it's not getting the other attacks in. And then I've got a critical hit taking out Hatena. Agon's going up. Agon's doing brilliantly here, which is always good to see. 88 XP. Oh, not enough to take us to level 11, but Sui gets to level 11 and wants to learn Mud Slap. So let's teach Sui Mud Slap. It's an accuracy 100, power 40, hurls mud in a foe's face to reduce its accuracy. We're going to replace Mud Spot. It's a very situational move, and as I've said before, we don't want situational circumstances in a randomizer game. You know, you can't account for the randomizer. So if we make sure that, you know, what we've got going on is going to work, then I went the wrong direction. I meant to go for the Mega Drain once again, because Horsey, being a water Pokemon, would have been really handy to be Mega Drained, and it probably would have taken it out as well. But we'll do it just to take it out, just to finish it off. Already on the ropes. Agon up to level 11, and Kit's up to level 12. Kit's just ahead of Agon every single time, it seems. Right, what's our situation? There's a double battle coming up, so we will heal up. We will save, because I want to make sure that I don't immediately crash as I approach the next part of this game. I will also save my state on the game to make sure that it definitely does it. What are my two Pokemon at the front of my party? Do I have a good team to send out? Yeah, kind of. I want to see Bubs, and I think I want to see Sui. So let's put Sui there. We've got Bubs there. And now Gina and May. I'm still on at the moment. I've not yet made it to this next town. That's when I'm gonna call it. But thank you very much, Mika, for joining me. If that's you leaving now, I just wanted to save it to make sure, because this is where essentially my game crashed yesterday. So what have we got? We've got a Yamask and we've got a Jupiter. We're going to go for the Magical Leaf on the Yamask. We're going to go for the Ice Shard on the Yamask. It's using Protect, predictable move. But the Bubs' Magical Leaf should at least wear Jupiter down a little bit. The good news is Yamask's already used Protect once, so if it uses Protect on the next attack round, it's not going to do as much. Well, it's not even going to be effective, because it won't be able to use it. But Sui's used Ice Shard, getting in there, taking some damage. It's super effective. Bubs is using Magical Leaf. This is going to finish off the Jupiter. Jupiter's fainted. Bubs is gaining XP. Mia Mipley's gaining XP. Mia Mipley's up to level 14. Cassidy's up to level 14 as well. We're approaching that level cap for the highest level of the next gym leader. And now we're just going to pile on the pressure on Yamask. So Sui's going to take it out. It should do enough damage with this Ice Shard to take out the Yamask and give us some more XP. Bubs is up to level 15. I believe Bubs has now hit the level cap. Sludge as a move. Sludge. So that is 100% accuracy, 65 power. Sludge is hurled to inflict damage, may also poison. Right, well, we've got Tackle, which is 100 accuracy and 40 power. We've got Sleep Powder. We've got Leech Seed, and we've got Magical Leaf. Magical Leaf seems to be doing really well, and it can't be evaded, so we're not going to get rid of that. I think we switch out Tackle, because Poison will as well give us the same type attack bonus. So Bubs is learning Sludge. Sui's gaining XP. Twins Gina and Mia have been defeated. They battled together, but they lost. And as we approach, there's Dawn. There's the reason my game crashed last time. Let's switch out some Pokemon. In fact, let's not. Let's go and fight Dawn, because I think saving within the vision of the screen is probably safe enough. Excuse me. She's a friend of Brendan's. Brendan being my rival in Pokemon Emerald Imperium. But I just really like the extra details that this Pokemon Emerald Imperium has given me. You know, I've got characters not even from this game. I've got Baneri's using a fake out, which is causing Bubs to flinch. Bubs isn't getting a chance to use Sludge, and now is going for a quick attack as well. Bubs is using Sludge. We're just seeing immediately the impact that has. Baneri's using a berry to restore its health, but you know, we can see just how much damage that Sludge is doing. What we should do is get closer, and now it's poisoned too, which is good to see. I say good to see. What it means is just they will take periodic damage, but given that the state of their HP already, chances are they're going down right now. Bubs is running low on health, gains 0 XP. Oh yeah, because Bubs is at level 15. Bubs can't get any stronger right now until I take on the next gym. That's not what we want to see. Sending out a Noibat, that's a flying type. That Pokemon's evolved. What am I supposed to do against a Pokemon that's evolved? Put it to sleep? If it survives, no, I don't. I think Bubs is going down here. Yep, that's a Gust. It's super effective. So what do we send out? Well, we could match flying with flying. We could use Fist against flying. Now, the flying type is super effective against fighting, but poison, I think, is weak to fighting, so that could just level itself out a bit. I don't want to send out Agon because that's flying against grass. I don't want to send out Sui because that's flying against ground. So really my choices are Kit, Cassidy, or Mia Mipley. I think if we go for Kit, then Kit is at the very least, you know, we'll go for a Sing. We'll try and put it to sleep to give ourselves an advantage. Oh, Kit's attack has missed. That's not good. Let's go for a Tackle. I think Kit might be on the receiving end of a bit of an ass whooping here. And there's a Twister as well. Oh, piling on the pressure. But we're going to use Sing. Kit's going to get some damage in, hopefully. Noibat's falling asleep. So yeah, let's get some tail whips in. Let's lower the defense in preparation for the next Pokemon that we're going to send out when Noibat eventually wakes up and takes out Kit. If I am right, there we go. Confirmation, Kit's fainted. So it's time. Come on out, Cassidy. It's all riding on you. Up against this other flying Pokemon. So we've frisked it. We know it's going to get some health back as well. Let's go for a Fury attack. Multiple attacks, 20 damage each. And it's going to do from 2 to 5 attacks. It might have just done the 2 because it's already healing. Oh, no, we're going to carry on. That's 4 attacks. That's 5 attacks from Cassidy. Wow, we've taken out the berry that they were carrying and straight away going in for the next attack as well. This is brilliant. Cassidy, you're doing exactly what I needed you to do. You've hit 2 times, you've gained some XP, and now we're on to Dawn's final Pokemon. It's a Piplup. Oh no. Of course, now my grass Pokemon are all out of the picture slightly. We're going to stick with the Fury attack. It's working well. It's not going to work as well when a critical hit deals that little amount of damage. I can't heal during the fight, so I can't bring some Pokemon out. But what I can do at the very least is just keep my fingers crossed that Cassidy's down. Oh no. Right, come on, Agon. You've got this. You grass type dragon Pokemon with a Mega Drain. which should hopefully keep the balance going. Even though there's such a level difference, there's 3 levels worth of difference between Piplup and Agon here. But hopefully the Mega Drain is going to keep us in this fight. Because as you can see, it's using super effective attacks on me, but I'm using a super effective attack in response that also gives me some health back. So I've just got to keep, come on Agon, you can keep doing this, you can get through this fight. In the words of Daniel Bedingfield, you've got to get through this. And I think we might actually manage to do it. Unless something goes catastrophically wrong. Agon uses Mega Drain. And yeah, here we go, it's super effective, and Piplup faints. We've beaten Dawn. We've made it past the point of my game crashing yesterday, which is a success as far as I'm concerned. We've defeated Pokemon Trainer Dawn. Looks like Brendan was right. I've got 840 Poké-Dollars, and I've managed to survive that fight. That was, yeah, even though I had several Pokemon just at a higher level, I guess it just proved the point that you can't just rely on strength alone, which is why ultimately, I've managed to win with a party that, what have we got? We went down to Sweet, Agon and Mia Mipley. We lost Bubs, we lost Kit, and we lost Cassidy in that fight. But wow, we pulled it back. Agon with the Mega Drain, absolutely keeping us in the picture. So if I head forwards just a little bit, we'll see there's some berries over there. We'll pick them up next time. We're going to get to Rustboro City. I didn't mean to go to the shopping market. I meant to go to the Pokemon Center, heal up my Pokemon, and then we will call it there. And I am glad that my commentary maker has, been getting some compliments from you. Getting all riled up about a Pokemon game. I'm glad we're feeling this together. It's not just me thinking, oh no, why are things going wrong? So let's just check in with the guys in the Pokemon Center. He's got an egg. I'll take it. I don't have any room for an egg. But there's a guy that's teaching Cut somewhere around. There's a guy telling us about personalities of Pokemon. I'm going to check in with my Bulbasaur, who surprised me that I was suddenly speaking to it. But yeah, we will save the game there. We will overwrite our file. We will switch from playing Pokemon. We will save it as well on the emulator system. We'll save our state, saving to the current slot. And what we will do is we will switch over to just this view as I, call it a part there. We've got, 5 minutes to 9. We've made it to the first proper gym area. We've got a Pokemon at the level cap. We've got Bubs at the level cap. We've got a few Pokemon there or thereabouts. So what we'll do next time on Dragon Ball Z is take on the next gym leader. If people are enjoying it. I certainly have been enjoying it, and I think just that last trainer fight just, sums it up entirely. I am not going to have the upper hand here. I didn't know what Pokemon she was going to have. She was pretty strong. My Pokemon may not necessarily have the right move set. I do have a bit of an over-reliance on Grass-type Pokemon at the moment, and Grass-type Pokemon, they're in a similar position to the Flying-type Pokemon. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. And thank you for coming out. Thank you for joining me. I don't know. Like I say, I don't think I can do next Monday. But I think I'll leave it to just the one a week. I did a random live stream yesterday. I enjoyed it. It's what's brought me back here now. But we will take it from there. If I do decide to do another one, I will let people know with hopefully enough knowledge and a warning to, account for that too. But yeah. If you're watching this on demand later on, let me know in the comments, is this a series you'd like to see me play more of? There are other games as well that I think I have the potential to be able to play. But but mostly I'm just here to enjoy myself, to have a good time, and hopefully you do too. So, before I keep dragging this out any longer, I've been Ruby Price. This has been Monday Night Ruubez, and I shall see you next time. Adios. Bye.